Good luck tonight, mate, and everyone else. Last one, dude. Let's make it a good one. Hello, sorry I'm late.
Yeah? I'm in the middle of something at the moment. However, that's allowed Hubishubi through as well, and we just got all out of shape going into the Degners. It's a real shame. That is frustrating from us. Now we've got Fubuki behind us again. I reckon Fubuki went off because also he's lost time to Hubishubi and Aries. And it was ahead of both these drivers, so he's both lost the position and a handful of time. Now we're going to start to drop back down the order, I feel. We did make an error. I think it just sort of went wrong on the approach to the Degners. We did try to defend the position. I think that's when it all started to go wrong. Hubishubi pulls up to the inside. He's made it thankfully before going into 130R, but Aries is going to cut back now to the inside. He tried the outside on us, that didn't work. He doesn't even try to pull over for a move on Hubishubi there, going into that chicane, that very chicane where he tried to get past us, and there he is in. Hope to God I didn't deal him any damage. I will ask him if I did anything to ruin his race in that incident afterwards. I hope I didn't, because it would be annoying if I did. I really didn't mean to, but obviously it just all went wrong going into the Degners, especially. I think I might have possibly squeezed him coming out of turn 2, but it was a fun little battle with Aries, something you don't normally get with him. Gonna keep control of the car, make sure everything's still in working order. Well, we're over 10 minutes into this race now, and to be precise, we're 13 minutes and 13 seconds into this race, as I said that. Out onto the marbles there, right out onto the outside. That's what I've not seen actually in GT Sports. The marbles on track. Here comes Fubuki though, he's going for it down the inside, into this run, into this long corner that goes all the way around into Spoon, and he's made it move, stick there. I don't think we're in any sort of position to fight back, and unfortunately we're not, and we've lost the position to Fubuki as we drop now down to 9th place. So we had a decent start, made a couple of positions off the start, we got all the way up into 7th. Fortunately that was as high as we were going to make it, because now we're starting to drop down the order. However, as you can see, the gap is coming down between me and Fubuki. Good run through 130R, and I think that's just about what we got indeed. Are we in a position to go for it down the inside? I have braked later than I'd have anticipated. I've tapped the wall and that's given me damage. That's ridiculous. I've just braked too late. I've out-braked myself, and I wasn't anticipating an overtake. I mean, sure, we could have had a look there, but I didn't want to, and that's now cost us damage as well as we've gone in. We've braked way too late, hit that sort of wall, and we've now got damage, which is going to start costing us time, and that's really frustrating. That's how we also lost. We've now lost 9th place to Ninja, and we've now got Aries, and we've damaged to the front of our car. We're not going to be handling as well as we should be. I can feel it vibrating in the wheel. We've not got much control on the front of that car, and Aries doesn't know that. He tries it around the outside, makes the move stick there, and no position to fight back on that occasion. Wasn't even in the fit state. Trying to get a run through at the final ace to go into Dunlop, but it just doesn't feel right turning into certain corners now, and a bit of damage, and because it's heavy, the only way to get rid of it is to pit in, and that's quite annoying. It really is. But we try to push on anyway now. We've dropped to 11th. Helguest has had a look down at the hairpin. He's made that position, and look who's behind us. None other than Luckman. So we've slowly made our way back toward Luckman, and we're just losing time now, and there's damage. I'm sure it's annoying, and I'm still reckoning around 30 laps in this race. Maybe one more, maybe one less, but that depends. However, to try and prevent losing too much time to Luckman included, because we've got damage and it's costing us, we're going to pit in this lap. We're going to pit onto a set of the mediums, I think, and we're going to go into this race. How much fuel do we have left? I think it's worth filling up the tank. I'm going to go on to another set of softs, fresh set of softs, repair the damage, and it's annoying for sure, but we got damage from that incident. We just sort of outbraked ourselves. Didn't mean to dive bomb anyone, but it happened. So the pit crew assemble in the pit lane then. Into the pits we come. The Apex Rubber Valley Racing car. Luckman, I believe, is already in front of us now. We're going to have a lot of ground to make up if we have a shot at retaking the position of Luckman. We're on lap 8 and we need to let lap 30, I believe. Should repair the damage. Actually, lap 9, 10, 20. So 11 laps. Oh. 21 laps then of fuel. Okay, so we've come out 12 seconds. We've come out 12 seconds behind Luckman now. That's the gap we're going to need to bring down as much as possible. I believe 13th is points. Can't remember, as we just touched the grass. And we've got damage again, just fantastic. So we come out of the pits because we've repaired damage. As soon as we come out the pits, we make a mistake that was probably coming, and guess what? We get damage. Now we've got squeaks in front, now we're at the points, and we've got more damage to the car, and I've literally just pitted in to repair that. As annoying as it is, I don't want to pit in it straight after I've just come out of the pits. It's really annoying, but I might just have to push on. It's frustrating as well that it's just this one like triangle suspension-y bit in the front. That's what's really costing when you get damage there. The actual, I don't think it'd have costed too much, and we spin, just to add insult to injury. We spin at the hairpin I've been trying so desperately not to spin at. We finally do it. 9 laps into the race, 18 minutes in, we spin there. We now drop to 15th. We were in a good position. We made our way all the way up into 7th. We were looking at, we could have stayed there, had a quick battle with Aries, then he pitted in. Hopefully that wasn't because of me. Then we ended up dropping back because we made a mistake, fending him off. Dropped all the way to Fubuki's clutches. Fubuki made the overtake, and we tried to go down the inside. Well, no, we didn't. I just braked. For some reason, they didn't want to slow me down too much, and then the car just didn't fancy slowing down. Couldn't get the castle down in time. The slightest little dink on the wall, and we made damage. And then we lost 2 places up in the next lap because of the damage, and then as soon as we come out of the pits, we get damage again. The race isn't looking good from our perspective. It's quite frustrating, to be fair.
Try first gear on that hairpin should stop you spinning.
I would try, but at the moment I don't know if you can see. Thanks for the tip, but I'm actually on automatic gears at the moment, so I have physically no control over what the gear does. I'll try and get kind of like slow down into first gear, but thanks for the tip. Unfortunately, I'm not actually controlling the gears. Probably should start learning to. Might come in handy at times. There's yellow flags, someone's spun up in front, and it's squeakers facing the wrong direction and off in the gravel trap. That gives us back 14th place. That's one position closer to the points. I believe it's 13th at this point, but it might also be 12th, so... Actually, no, now that I think about it, it might be 12th. Well, first gear most certainly worked, so thanks for the tip. I tried it there, getting Cardani to first. However, I'm just in general losing way too much time. I've no clue what it is, but... It's just in general, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but for some reason... Everyone else is getting around there fine. I don't think everyone is on manual gears. I don't believe so anyway. So I think it's my car that's refusing to go into first gear when it needs to, and that happened. We got Taz right behind us now. It's not been the best of races for us. Woman's miles out of us. We only needed to finish ahead of him in this race to beat him in the championship at the final race, and looked like we could have done it, because I think he involved himself in some form of incident right at the start, at the first corner. We ended up in 7th, and we were looking like we could.
You get 1 point for 1/5.
Do we? I wasn't too sure as to what the point system was. I thought it was 12th as the points, but apparently it's a point for 15th. It is annoying. I'm slightly annoyed with how this race has turned out. We were looking in okay form. We were holding off 7th and 8th. Could have gotten 8th. We were probably starting to drop out. Would have still been in a decent position to get some form of decent number of points. And then outbraked myself at one corner in the chicane behind Fubuki, and then slightest tap with the wall. Man, there was barely a tap on the wall. And I got damage to the car, pitted in, and as soon as I came out the pits, had damage again. Was probably a very frustrating moment. And now I've been hit by Taz, thanks Nat, and now I've got damage behind. It doesn't want to go into first gear when you get to that corner. I have to slow right down to get into first gear to not spin. Like, it doesn't like going into first gear. I think I've given Taz damage because I gave me damage. Oh, I'm sorry for that one, mate. It wasn't really my fault. Well, I mean, it was. But, yeah, I'm sorry for that incident. Now I'll accept a penalty if I should be given one after the race. If it gets flagged up as an incident, if he remembers at the end of 36 minutes. There's Damski just up in front in 13th. I think he's had some form of incident. He's ghosting his way around the track, I mean, very slowly. Down there it looks like he might have some form of damage. He's staying out again. He's ghosting and going slow. I mean, he's going slow. No, he's ghosting because he's going slow. Yet he started pacing us on the straight because our aero is, in other words, screwed. We're going to damage above the front and the back of the aero. And he's ghosting, so we'll just slide on in through him, and that's P13.
When I use manual, I always say with this car anything below 70 mph should be first gear.
I'll check the speed, I just don't know what it is.
Your riding is on point, mate.
I'll have a proper look at that comment when I get onto like a straight bit of the track and I can actually read it in time. Here comes Taz. Is he going to have a look down into Degner? Nope, he has sense. It's not really a usual overtaking spot. However, the hairpin is, and I'm struggling for speed here. Okay, thanks for that. I will accept that. All the way down to 38 mph. It's still not gone into first. We've gotten the speed around the outside, but we've just got no aero that's really working for us. We're squeezed right out onto the inside. Now, Fubuki did get us here, so can we...
That guy is licking your ass, lol.
Yep, there he is. He's now going all the way onto the side wheel around the outside of Spoon. We try, but we've drifted off wide onto the AstroTurf, and that seems like that battle over. He's gone through in the end. It was kind of inevitable. He was obviously going to go through. We tried to fight back, but we were on the outside of Spoon. It's not really where I want it to be, on the outside of Spoon, but unfortunately we were there. I think like, I might have been a bit squeezed for space, but I mean, I was still on the track, so I'm not going to complain too much. Someone goes under the bridge. I touch the grass, casually drifts going through World 30R. And now we're into 14th, been dropped down a position. Adamski's left. I wonder if he's just been disconnected. But it's quite annoying. This race is now dropping back. Hey, thankfully we're practically a minute up on Squeakers.
Drifts on point.
Yeah, no, I've totally meant to do that, to touch the brake before I to touch grass before I touch the brake on 130R. Definitely 100% part of the plan. See, if anything had gone to plan, I wouldn't have pitted yet. I'd have been able to do one stop because I should have still had the fuel. Gone over just under half an hour, then pitted.
Did you see 4 hours of Spa?
No, I didn't see the 24 hours of Spa. I didn't have much time to watch it. I don't have 24 hours just to spare, which is unfortunate. Wish I would have though. Although I did hear there was a big crash or something to do with it. Well, it was a big incident. I would say it's a very good thing to watch. Might consider watching it at some point in the future. That was almost me gone again. Struggling here, not gonna lie. Not enjoying this race. It was going okay for me. Luckman's all the way up in 12th. There's realistically no chance of me catching him.
I go next year to it. It is in my country.
Oh, so you're from Belgium then? Well, don't know any words that are of the Belgian language. So, and I hope you enjoy. I do want to go to Spa. Like, I want to go to Spa. It's one of the one venues in the world I want to go to. I think Spa, Le Mans, Monza possibly, but yeah.
I did go previous year.
Yeah, Spa's. I want to go to Spa. However, I think I'd want to go more for, because I prefer I'm more of a Formula 1 fan. Not sure if you are.
Pretty dope, man.
Yeah, I'm assuming it would be pretty cool, but yeah, as I say, I'm more of a Formula 1 fan. I do like endurance races. I watch the big ones like Le Mans. Luckman's in the pits. Are we gonna get out in front of him? This could be critical. Do we get out in front of him? No, we don't. He's absolutely annihilated us. That's because we kept making mistakes and I got damaged the car. He's pitted around about where I was going to pit and then go on to the end of the race. Luckman's come out a long way in front now, 5 seconds on the road, and that might be the last chance we have to beat him in this race, which is quite unfortunate. It's the first time I've seen him since the grid though.
They race with F1 cars before it begins.
Like I said, there's the actual Belgian Grand Prix, which is a race I want to watch at one point in my life. I'd love to go to the Belgian Grand Prix. The circuit that I think consistently it's great racing, the Belgian race. Especially last year. Last year's Belgian Grand Prix was pretty good. Right, but we are actually gaining it on Luckman, which is somewhat surprising, considering he's just come out of the pit. So either he's doing some form of fuel saving and that's why we were able to catch up in that first battle lap, or what, but he's just not. We were able to catch up. Yeah, Luckman, if you just joined us, Luckman is my teammate, so we're both in the same team. We both trying to score points for the team's championship, of which our team is dead last at the moment, a long way behind the car in front. However, he is 1 point ahead of me in the drivers' championship.
Come on,
so
you can get that guy.
yeah, well, he's 1 point in front of me in the drivers' championship, so I'd like to get him as well. Plus, it's the last race of the season, so it's the last opportunity to jump up that 1 place in the championship. I don't think we will though, because I think we've suffered damage to the car, and if you look at the lap times, they've just absolutely fallen off. We're struggling for pace now with the amount of damage we're carrying on this car. It's pretty much a broken car at this point. It isn't going very quickly. Well, we are getting...
How much laps left?
Well, it's an endurance race, so similar to your 24 hours of Spa, no one knows the exact number of laps. And as you can see, just underneath, it says time remaining 29 minutes. So I'm predicting to be around 30 laps. We're about halfway now in laps and in time. I'm assuming it to be around 30 laps, I think. And but that's my assumption. That's what I'm targeting. I've been known to get those sort of stuffs wrong before.
Holy, that's cool. I think I may buy the game.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to buy the game has its own positives and negatives. I mean, there are massive amounts of drawbacks, but some of the positives in this game I think really do.
It's €1.4 with PS Plus.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, if you're a Gran Turismo fan, it's definitely worth buying, I suppose. There are obviously some major drawbacks that Polyphony are not dealing with, such as, if you like to reason on, the penalty system. I've heard is really bad. Like, it doesn't work properly. There's no Spa for some reason, which is quite annoying. But despite the countless amount of updates, nearly drifted again, there's no Spa. But I think it is a decent game. Also, if you like creating your own liveries for cars,
can I add you so we can play then?
Yeah, sure, send us a friend request on PlayStation if you want to. I'm involved in a series of races which we'll be doing, and some will be streamed onto the channel as well, so you might want to subscribe to the channel, because I'm getting the sensation you're new. So yeah, subscribe to the channel and you may get involved in some of the live streams that we do on this channel. It's mainly on the Thursday we do these races. I'm also involved in a couple of leagues as well that are on the channel. If you want to get involved.
Is your username? Robo28.
Yes, that is my username. As you can see by that of the name tag for my driving. Oh, there's Squeaker's about to be lapped.
And I was going to subscribe, LOL.
Alright, well, thanks for subscribing when you do. I appreciate it. You can see by the subscribers count, Squeakers has completely blocked us there, and he's come across. What on earth is he doing? I mean, blue flag, mate. Blue flags. Seriously. That was not the way to get out of the way for blue flag situations. I lost a significant amount of time to Lutman now. I genuinely don't think we're going to be moving up any more positions in this race. So it's quite frustrating, but nonetheless, we're just going to accept it. Not everything seems to be going my way in terms of the racing on these.
Here you go, mate.
Alright, thanks. Thanks for the subscribe. I'm assuming that's what you mean. And when you send us the friend request, if you want to, I will accept it just after this race. We do other stuff as well on the channel. If you've seen, Lutman is in the pits again, which is quite peculiar. I pitted in obviously before him. Is Hubby
in the race?
He'll be in the race? Yes, he is. I'm not sure whereabouts he is.
No problem, you are too nice to do it.
Yeah. Lutman in the pits. Hubie Shubie is in the race. I'm not sure at the moment. He's in either the position 4th to 10th. I did see him. He overtook me earlier on in the race. I think he overtook me and he got himself up into... What position was it when he overtook me? Was it 7th? 8th? 7th? Yeah, he definitely overtook me and he's definitely in the race still. So I'm assuming he's replaced you then, Frosty, because you're not in this, so I kind of gathered that when I saw him in that subway car.
Correct.
Yeah. It was easy to assume because I saw Wizard Egan was in the race, and then I saw Hooby driving the subway car, so I kind of just sort of gathered you weren't in it. Aries is also in it, and he set the fastest lap.
Are you using soft wheels?
I am on racing softs. I think the only tyres are softs, mediums, and hards allowed in this race. I'm on softs, although these softs seem to be really durable, so I might just use these. I'm going to pit in at the end of this lap. What lap are we on? Lap 17, 1, 18, 20, 10, so 13 laps. I'm going to pit in this lap. I've got damage, so it's going to be a long pit stop, but Lutman's pitted in the lap before, and I don't frankly want to lose too much time to Lutman on fresh tyres and with no damage. Let's hope this time we come out the pits, we won't bin it straight away, like we did when we came out the last pit stop.
Him and Wizard are teaming up next season, and I'm not gonna continuing, so thought I'd let them race together.
Ah, that's a smart decision. We're about to be blue flagged, so it's sensible that we dive into the pits. I will be racing next season, so at the end of this race, this will not be the last of these Porsche races in the championship in my channel, because I will be actually doing the Cayman Cup next season, which begins on the 27th
Can
of
you
August.
explain me what the difference is between soft and hard?
Softs are basically, they're supposedly less durable but quicker, and hards are
nice to see
more durable.
in it. Hopefully he make a video on it.
Yeah, hards are more durable but not as fast, as that's not the way to let someone through, and mediums are in between both, but because of the tyre wear settings, these softs can go quite a long way into this race. I think that should be my last pit stop of the race now, so we should be able to just continue on to the end. Might have put too much fuel in the car, but either way, we're not going to get Luckman in this race, which is unfortunate. That was like my only object. I had two objectives going into this race, and that was to either... No, I had two objectives coming into this race. My main objective was just to score points. My second objective was to outscore Luckman by 2 points and take his position in the championship. Doesn't look like I'm going to be doing either. So it's frustrating. It all went wrong for me. Third and points, and there's a spin yet again. And get the car on the track. Yeah, it's been frustrating. I started off okay, but it just all went backwards as the race went on. Really, it all went wrong with my brakes. Decided they weren't going to work, and I almost ended up sending it down the inside of Fubuki from like a second back or something daft like that. No, it was 3 attempts back. I didn't intend to, but the car wouldn't slow down, so I ended up going into the little barriers at the chicane. Smallest little tap, and I got damage from it. And I ultimately had no pace and lost positions to Aries and it was the other person that lost positions to Aries and who was it now? Ninja, that was it. I lost positions to Aries and Ninja because of it. There is Wizard Egan, Frosty, your teammate.
How come you and Luckman ain't in a party?
Because Luckman's in a different party, and quite frankly I can't be bothered to join now. Usually we are, but I sent him an invite, he didn't join, so... he's doing a stream on his channel. Not that you should go check that out, because he's quite clearly inferior to this one, in every way, shape or form. I mean, I did it first and I did it better, so... yeah.
Be right back, I go and buy the game.
Alright, well...
yes, go Wizard.
Enjoy it. And yes, Frosty, there is your teammate, Wizard Egan. I mean, I'd say he's carrying it, but who should be is putting up a decent performance here as well.
Watching both.
Of course, why wouldn't you be, Frosty? Why not? If you can do it, why wouldn't you do it? This hairpin I have a little bit of problems with. Going around really slowly, but he started gaining on Luckman then. I don't know, if we really push, we might just be able to gain. I lose a lot of time to like everyone going through that hairpin, and in turn lose time running all the way around here, and all the way around into Spoon.
How can you watch Bouth laugh?
In the middle.
I thought hubby would be in the top 3, he is so good on Suzuka.
Egan spun. Wizard spun there. That's disappointing for him.
2 tabs open.
He might have damage from that actually, now I think about it. With the damage settings and everything, he might end up with damage. That's not very good hope. Fubuki's gone up into the lead, so I think Egan's lost the lead now.
NOO not wizard.
No. Fubuki has moved up into that lead position, and I believe Egan might have damage as well, so...
How can I watch him? You're going good.
Thank you. Also, if you want to watch him, just look for Luckman Ali's GT Sport on YouTube.
I distracted Luckman and he went off.
Oh, thanks. Oh, I think I just saw him, man.
You can catch him.
Nice to know where your allegiance lies, Frosty. Hang. Well, it's over in 15 minutes, Mum.
You're getting really close.
Yeah, that's right.
How can I watch Wizard? Frosty.
When she's like up on this like put on the ball. It looks like
We've got enough food and I've got food out. Saturday food back. There you go. In fact, handled you as well.
In what place you started?
14th. I started 14th.
You needed to qualify?
Yes, we had a 20-minute qualifying before the race started, which turned to a half-an-hour qualifying.
Oh Dom. My dad played my other race game today and crashed every year.
Yeah, it's not the best way to let him through, but I did it, so that's what matters, and that... Okay, maybe that wasn't the best decision. Oh, I've spun. Fantastic.
He needs to go in pit every lap.
Oh, I'm in spun across in front of... Oh, there are so many cars. Oh, there's who we should be. Oh, they're going too wide, going into 130R, and I'm trying to let them all through. Oh, I don't feel like this is going to end well. Oh God, I've made contact with someone. I did not expect that to end well, and it didn't. And Gibram's gone off. Aries is having problems. I'm sort of avoid grabbing the back of Gibram, and Lutman's in the pits. Lutman, I've just realised, is now in the pits because I was too busy trying to fucking lag them all through. Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting 4 cars.
Don't worry, they need to go in a line, lol.
I mean, they were all going too wide into 130R anyway, and they were blue flag bandwagon. At least I was trying to let them through. Should have realistically just, like, taken myself off the track at 130R, and then none of that would have really happened. But we played a bit of bomb cars. I've got rear damage as well to the rear of the car, and problems have occurred.
I don't think you can watch Wizard.
No, I don't think you can watch Wizard, however you
Yeah,
can
you
watch...
tried, but they not, haha.
You can watch Lutman's stream, which is the driver who is position-wise in front of me. He's 12 seconds up the road, he's just pitted in. Lutman Ali's GT Sport. He pretty much just does live streams because he's boring. That is all he does. Also, if you want, the guy that's got fastest lap, and the guy that I've collided with like multiple times over the course of this race, Aries, spelt like that, where it says the FL. He's on YouTube also, so you might want to check him out as well. He's got over 1,000 subscribers now. He does some good videos as well if you want to watch them. If you want to watch more of GT Sport.
What is his stream name?
Luckman's is Luckman Ali, which is like the way that it is on his game, and then it's just GT Sport. And it's on YouTube as well, so just type that into YouTube, you should be able to find it. All of a sudden we're gaining in now on Luckman's. I think he's going slow to let this massive train of people on the lead lap through. Hopefully he has as bad of a time of it as I do, and we could end up for a battle right to the death between the two Apex Robo Alley cars.
How can I tip it XD, sorry?
You know his name on the game, just in front of mine, Luckman Ali, and that's how you'd spell it. And then it's GT, and then the word sport. There goes Luckman, he's led them all through, and we can now see that other blue car. We're now sub 5 seconds. Has been as close to Luckman as we've been since the start of the race when we were on the same row of the grid. Yeah, we were on the same row of the grid at the start. I had a decent start, so I got well off the line, and it just sort of went wrong from there. I mean, that was the only positive we could really take from our race, as I drove myself off wide at Spoon, and because it's the AstroTurf Suzuka, it decides to kill me. And there goes any chance I have of getting a position on Luckman. Why the AstroTurf does that at Spoon, just on
Like
Suzuka.
this Luckman Ali's GT Sport.
Yes, like that, so spell it like that, and then you'll be able to find it on YouTube for the, like, what I'm assuming is going to be like the final couple of laps now. We're definitely toward the end of this race. The AstroTurf on the other side of the curb of Suzuka is just volatile. It will throw you around all over the place if you touch it, and you can't get back on the track. It's just horrible. I really like it. Also, on a good note for you, Frosty, Egan's up into second, Hubishub is now into third somehow. I mean, I think that battle for third though is looking like a close battle. There's Stigby Rob, he puts out into 7th place. Comes at the pit lane.
I see. Good lads.
Tell him Robbo sent you. If you go to have a look, just tell him Robbo sent you. See what he says.
Hopefully the team will finish in third.
Yeah. Hang on a minute, yellow flag's just up in front. So someone had an incident. It's not Lutman, it's Gibram. There goes Dan the man, we'll let him through and he's up into 7th place. So we're coming toward the dying embers of this race now, and we've just over 3 minutes to go. That's like 1.5 laps really. There's more yellow flags, temporary yellow flags. Lutman's ended up 20 seconds in front of us. There's Squeakers, he's having a nightmare of a time in 15th and last. Now on the person that's in front of him, which just happens to me. So this will be a disappointing end to the season in the JRPC. We had a disappointing start and a disappointing finish really, because in the first season we only picked up 1 point. In the first race of the season at Interlax we only picked up 1 point, or at least I didn't. Lutman came home in that point paying position in 12th I think it was, to score 1 point. I came home in 13th and struggled for performance that race. Since then though, we started scoring points and things were looking on the up as the season went on. Missed the last race at Le Mans, I missed a race at Monza as well. Picked up some good points, and then here's how we're finishing it off. It's not the best way to do so, but our point race hall at the JRPC is over as we exit the Porsche Championship after this race and prepare for, on the 27th of August 2018, the launch of the all-new Porsche Cayman Cup, which will be a similar series to this. The race format will be the same, only difference is instead of these Porsche 911s it will be the Porsche GT4 Cayman. And if anyone's watching this and wanting to get involved, you can do. Just ask someone like me or the Gibram, and if you want to get involved, because there is still space on that Cayman Cup, but not on the Porsche Championship for Season 2 or the McGann Trophy, which is another one. Well then. I did a Charles Leclerc, just not as good as Charles Leclerc. Right, the timer is up. We're now just waiting until Dr. Rob finishes across the line to win the race, wherever he is on track. And oh no, oh no, oh no. I've spun. Fantastic. That time I wasn't able to hold the drift. I've ended up a minute behind Lupman now, it's just disastrous. Yeah. Hang on a minute, Ubashubi's in the lead. On the final lap. Hang on a minute now, Dr. Rob's just been promoted up to the win. Oh, it's Dr. Rob that wins. Ubashubi in second and Egan in third. Strong result for the subway drivers. And there's enough for an incident, just to add insult to injury. And their finish is a disappointing race. And a disappointing season. In 14th. Well, hope you enjoyed that race. If you did, then good. If you haven't, then subscribed. If you haven't already subscribed already, we'll just wait until this timer runs out, and then you get to see my amazing overalls and stuffs that I made. So, and then we'll see that. Unfortunately, it was 14th. It's been somewhat of a disappointing season for us too, concerning me and Lupman, but you know, oh well, and you know, to just deal with that. I think we scored any points in total. So Lupman does finish in front of me in the championship. We both finish toward the back, and we get right in the last place in the constructors. My car took a bit of a beating in that race. We were having a strong first stint until it all started to go wrong, so you know, wasn't the best. And there won't be any videos for a while. There'll be no video. There'll be the IGTR video in tomorrow. There won't be any videos from Wednesday or Thursday. So the next video will probably be on Friday. Well, we'll see you and goodbye.